So I usually don't get very political on my channel. I might joke and laugh and, stuff here and there. But this is a topic that we need to talk about. This is something that's being thrown at us to try to escalate racial tension in America. And that's the last thing we need. I'm not here to defend or damn George Floyd, right? He obviously had a record. He was obviously not a great guy. He had fentanyl in his system. That's a fact. We don't know if he knew that the drugs he ingested were fentanyl or not. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was a victim of that, right? Because none of my friends that overdosed and died from fentanyl knew that they were doing fentanyl. They were either taking what they thought was a Percocet, or doing a bump of what they thought was coke, or maybe they got some heroin that had it in it. I know 2 people that had crack that had it in it. People do drugs, man. You know what I mean? For all kinds of different reasons. And you can't judge a drug addict because the majority of the population is on drugs. You might just be lucky enough to get them from your doctor, and some people get them on the streets. It's the same thing. People do drugs to relieve pain and discomfort. No drug addict wants to be a drug addict. Not really. So the point here is that Derek Chauvin has a long, long rap sheet of using excessive force, right? And in this situation, I would definitely say he used excessive force. Yes, George Floyd was a big guy, but they had him outnumbered, 5-6 to 1? They already had him in restraints. He wasn't fighting them. He was just resisting. They got him on the ground. He's fully restrained, fully submitted, telling him, please, man, please just let me up. I'll get in your car. I'll do whatever. I'm done. Please just help me. All right. We can forget what happened before that. Say it's excessive force or not, argue about it all you want. It's irrelevant. At the point that the man was fully restrained and submitted, this police officer continued to sit on his head for another 7 or 8 minutes. So what if the man was overdosing? If the man was overdosing, this cop's responsibility as a police officer and as a decent human being is to help him. No matter what his history was, no matter what the interaction was between them previously, his responsibility was to help that man. And whether you believe that George died from Derek sitting on his neck, or if you believe he died from a fentanyl overdose, no matter which way you believe it, that police officer is directly responsible for that man's death. So, whether or not George Floyd deserved what he got, and let's pretend for a moment he did. Let's pretend he was out selling fentanyl on the street, killing our family members. Then I say it's poetic justice. Both men ended up in a box, and that's exactly where they both belong. Now, we're not here to damn the police. I'm here to damn that one cop. Because what if it's you or your son or your daughter? Is that the cop you want to pull your son over for his first driving ticket? Probably not. You know how teenagers are, kids. It's not going to matter how old the person is. When a cop has that personality with a consistent pattern of that behavior, that's not somebody we want wearing the badge. There's plenty of good cops out there that would have handled that situation completely differently. Probably never had to throw the man on the ground, honestly. I trust me, I've met plenty of them. I've met plenty of assholes too. And the problem with a lot of these police officers is they're scared. They're scared of what may happen to them from the perp, and they're scared of the consequence of what may happen if they do what they have to do. So a lot of them are out here not knowing what to do. So that extra anxiety affects their ability to think. And I understand that. But that does not excuse what this man did. This man directly caused the death of another human being intentionally, and he needs to pay the price for it. He should not get a pardon, maybe a reduced sentence. Maybe he shouldn't do the 30, 40, 50 years, whatever he's sentenced to. But, 10 or 15 years would be fair. That's what any of us would get if we had done the same thing. If we pardon this man, for one, you're going to see riots in the streets. For two, it's going to increase the racial tension in America that we already have that we don't need. And for three, it's setting a standard for what's acceptable for police to do. That's a slippery slope. Now, this is just my humble redneck opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel.